Hey, CityView Church, you know that church planting is a gigantic emphasis of ours. We want to plant 100 churches in 25 years in the Houston area. One of those churches that we've been working with is led by Luke Samuelson. Luke's one of our planners. He's up in the North Houston area. Luke, why don't you share with us a little bit about yourself, about your family, and about your church?
For us, we are planting in Northeast Houston in the Kingwood Porter area. Our church is called Rooted Bible Church. We got that name rooted out of Ephesians 3 because our prayer, our heart is that everyone would be rooted and established in the love of Jesus Christ. My family, I'm married to my wife, Stephanie. We have 3 little kids, 7, 5, and 10 months old. And that's us.
So what have you been doing meeting wise? Have you been meeting in homes? What was it like? Are you launched yet? Tell us about what all that's looking like at this point for you, maybe what your plan is.
Yeah, great question. So we were meeting in homes, and then we were meeting in a home, grew, we were meeting in a clubhouse, then the virus hit. And so we transitioned to online Zoom, then we transitioned to posting sermons online. And we're looking towards in the new year to be launching more publicly, officially, and as well as gathering again, more than likely in a school.
This has all been crazy, definitely ups and downs. But one of the things I've been trying to point out to our people over and over again is that God's always working and there's something to celebrate. So maybe share with us 3 things that you're celebrating right now that we can celebrate along with you.
Celebration and joy ultimately comes from our relationship with Jesus Christ. And so that's first and foremost. And in terms of the church itself, things that we can be celebrating is we've had in this season, which has been very difficult and very confusing, we have had some of the best opportunities and best conversations with our neighbors and people who do not know Jesus. The realization that this has hit us all. And for us who do know Jesus and have him as our hope, just imagining the people that don't know Jesus, who don't have that hope, and how they must be struggling in this season. We've really leveraged that and seen both for ourselves and for our people really connect in ways that just honestly, we don't always see. You don't normally see the seeds being planted, and we want to be able to, see that fruit occur as well.
Yeah, man. Thanks for sharing those things. What are some challenges that you're facing? Clearly, I mean, I've said this many times. This is the most challenging time ever to plant a church. It is definitely not an easy, simple, or clean task ever, but this has made it even more difficult. So you're certainly facing some challenges. Will you share those with us?
For us, we've had people that are part of our core team lose their jobs. And so, there's been a definite financial impact across the United States, but certainly within church planting. We lost our location. So we had a school, we lost the school. I think you know about that, and just those are very real realities. And then also just the challenge of wanting to connect with new people, but at the same time being in a season where it's hard to gather and connect with people. And so those have been some very real challenges.
As a way to close up here, wrap this up here, Luke, share with us ways that we can pray for you, your wife, your church, as we kind of, keep you in our minds and hearts.
Yeah, thank you. And so as I mentioned earlier, that first one, just that the relationships, the conversations that we've had with friends and neighbors, that those would continue, and they are continuing, and that we would just continue to see not just a surface level conversations, but really deep level, like, how are you? How are you really doing? For us as a family, God has provided. He has continued to provide for us and for our church, but that would just continue. We're walking by faith, and so that we would be faithful to what he's called us to. For us as a church, again, that we would just continue to be faithful to what God has called us to. We want to see people rooted and established in the love of Jesus, and that he would continue to just give us opportunities, that he would give us just favor with, whatever a school in the future or whatever it is for future locations, just a variety of things, but more opportunities to share the gospel, provision, and then just a future location space. Those would be the 3 things.
Thank you for being with us today. We're deeply encouraged by you guys, by your faith to walk and step out and follow Jesus during this time. Thanks, man.
Thank you.